I'm doing a review of my hand split today. Um, on the 23rd of July. 50 no limits at Zoom. Okay, so this is actually my biggest pot loss for the day. So I've actually ace king. So a guy with about 2017 actually raises under the gun. So I actually choose to call this. Um, on high side, maybe I should have actually three bet because this guy seems to be like a loose opener. So mm, yeah, I think actually calling is not that bad because he's under the gun, and if there's any ace or king on the flop, he can actually represent this and make c bet where I can actually call and trap him. Okay, so it is a three-way pot. Um, and I actually hit my top pair top kicker. Okay, so he choose to lead out. I raises him, and he actually re-raised me again. So, given that we are actually rather deep, I think this re-raise here actually should have meant um, actually means that he could either have two kinds of hand. One would be top pair, maybe similar hand to me like ace king, or maybe ace pair, or maybe some flush draw. So given that I have a backdoor flush and this guy is actually quite loose with 2017. So I actually made my decision to shove, and he calls because since I'm holding a ace, I reason that it is not likely that he has pocket aces. So I think I quite like my shove here actually. Even though I actually loses this hand, so he shows pocket aces. So yeah, I think if we're actually about 100 BB deep, I think my shove should be quite will be quite standard. But given that we are actually rather deep, I'm not that sure now whether um, I think I need to think about this hand and see if my shove is good here. Okay, so this is my second biggest loss for the day. So this board seems to be quite good for me for my pocket aces. This guy donks, I call. Um, could I have actually re-raised him? Mm, I think not because this is quite a dry flop, and a re-raise here would actually often chase bluff away and only get hands they are better than me to call me or to raise me. So I think mm, yeah, I think a call here should be quite okay because this guy is 16-0, meaning he's calling with all sorts of hand. He's not raising even with pocket kings, pocket queens. Yeah, so a guy raises, he calls, and I re-raise. Mm, I was actually looking for information when I actually re-raised this because This guy seems to be a fishy player. He could see the two min bet by us to be very weak, and this guy choose to just simply cold call his raise. So I thought my $12 bet should be okay. But this guy chose to call, so he actually donks. I call, and he bet a smallish amount, and I call again because I don't think. Actually, at this stage, I really doubt that my pocket ace is good enough. But given that he's betting so small here, I definitely have the pot odds to call, and actually indeed shows pocket queens. So on hindsight, could I have do better to prevent this loss? Mm, I don't think so because I think I played rather well in this hand. Just that yeah, he actually got a two outer cooler on me. Okay, in the next hand I have pocket jacks. So it's blind versus blind. No, it's actually versus 13-11 player. So with pocket jacks, I choose to 3 bet because it is actually quite hard to play this hand out of position if I just simply call. So this guy actually call my 3 bets. This flop is good for me to barrel. So to c-bet flop, he chose to call. And at this time here, I put him on a lot of overpairs, like not exactly a lot, but he definitely has overpairs like tens to aces. So if he has any pocket tens or pocket queens, so I thought this king here is actually a good hand for me to bluff. So that's why I actually choose to bet. Okay, he calls. So definitely after this I know that my hand is not good enough. So when another king arrived, I actually put him on hands like pocket aces, or yeah, mainly pocket aces or pocket kings. Is not that likely since there are already two kings on the flop. So he will have a lot of pocket aces definitely. um I check. Could I have actually fired a third barrel? I I don't think so because if he has pocket aces, he is likely to call my river bet as well, because he could be thinking that there are already two kings on the board. It is less likely that I have pocket kings here. Um, it is not likely I have ace king because I actually see bet flop. Mm, maybe I'm not very sure, but I think on the safe side, could river bet take down the pot? Mm, I really don't know about this, but nevertheless I choose to check and give up. Okay, in this hand I have pocket tens. So a guy raises, I call because I remember this guy having a low fold to 3 bet. Okay, roughly about 71%, and I think pocket tens here is actually a better hand to call than to three bet with, especially since I've positioned. I can actually make a lot of post flop play. Okay, so I hit my set of tens. He see bet, I call. I choose to slow play, and I hit my full house. He checks. I bet. He calls, and the river is a queen. He checks, and I bet. So at this point here, I actually thought that my hand is the best hand here, but when he actually re-raised, no, he actually chose to call for some reason, and he shows queen four of kings. So if he actually raises and shove all in here, I think I will lose a lot of money because I will never put him on pocket queens. Maybe pocket queens, but not as likely, and definitely not likely that he has not likely that he has pocket kings. So I was lucky that he chose to just call. I think that, partly because we are actually very deep, so he rather err on the side of caution. Okay, so in this hand, I actually made my standard two barrel against a typical tight aggressive player, and I think I just give up here because I think I actually made a bet, if I don't remember wrongly. Yep, I actually made a bet. Because if he's actually on the flush draw, then my triple barrel is going to take down the pot rather easily. But he chose to call with just top pair. Top pair, good kicker. So I think maybe my bet size could have been bigger than this. But is he able to fold his top pair here? Given his type of his style, I think if I actually bet 3/4 pot as my triple barrel as my triple barrel bluff, I think most likely I'll be able to take down this hand. So yeah, this is something that could be a leak because I was betting too smallish for him to fold his hand. I think for this hand, I try to be a bit funny here because I had quite a bit of history with this regular, Kui Kim 73, and in my notes I have him as a person who likes to attack limpers. So I thought my three bet here should be enough to take down the pot most of the time. But this guy calls a typical calling station stat. Okay, indeed, he actually folds, but not for this calling station. So I think I have no choice but to shove, and he calls with pocket ace. So it just happened that he wakes up with a pocket ace in this hand, and I am quite happy with this play here because I'm right in my assessment that this limper do not really have a hand. Maybe it's a misclick or something like this, and this guy is attacking limpers and will fold to my bet, to my three bet. Just unfortunately, this guy wakes up with pocket aces. But I think overall I played quite well in this hand. No regrets. Not much of a mistake whatsoever. Okay, quite a standard call for me with ace jack against a loose aggressive player. This is I have actually marked him as a loose aggressive player, and we have quite a bit of history as well. I get a cold call by a tight passive player, and another one because maybe of the pot odds I hit top pair. I choose to call. And my check at the turn is largely for pot control, and I'm going to call any bet here because it's top pair, and that's why I check at turn so that I'll be able to call a river bet if he is actually bluffing. But unfortunately he's not. He has pocket aces, so I'm not that unhappy with this play because I think I played quite well, like the pot control at turn, and my river call is definitely a profitable play in the long run because he could be bluffing river for quite a number of times as well. Okay, so in this hand I have pocket tens, and I try to 3-bet a very loose player, but I do not have enough sample size to really know whether he is a maniac or a loose calling station. Okay, so this board is actually quite good for me to see bet, but I did not do so because he is actually he'll be actually pot committed if he actually makes a bet here, and since and I would rather have him bet into me because if I'm actually behind, yeah, my check here is actually induce a bet from him. Okay, so he checks behind. So I thought with a flush draw, and he actually choose to check. Most likely he missed the flop, so I actually make a smallish bet to try and induce a shove from him. So he raised me, I shove, he calls, and he actually shows ace 9. So with this hand, I actually know that he is definitely a calling station, and I do not really regret 3-betting him. Definitely not a mistake. And post flop, he's actually pot committed to go all in. Okay, in this hand, I had ace 10. So I raise, and the small blind calls. He's the same guy who actually who is the 16-0 guy who will never raise with pocket queens, pocket jacks, pocket kings, anything. He will just call and call. Okay, so he checks, I bet. He re-raised me. So now when I saw that he actually checks 2 times on this kind of board, he either had I think I remember this hand as the first hand I played with him. So when he did something like this, I thought he is either bluffing or he had a monster like pocket fours or pocket jacks. So I choose to call and call the river as well. He shows pocket jacks. So after this hand, I'll know that he is a very tight passive player, who will not raise even with a very strong hand. So I know how to handle him next time we play.